cute baby dinosaurs, epic terrain tools, limitless modular building, finally, swimming dinosaurs. Those are some big, most requested features that we already know to be in Jurassic World Evolution 3, but there are still a lot of unanswered questions. There's many much wanted features that are still missing in the information and possibly missing from the game. Gaps in the genome of Jurassic World Evolution 3. So in this video, I have 15 questions that we need answered. 15 features that we need to know. Are they in or are they out? Yesterday's stream already crossed 2 questions off my list. Not all dinosaurs can swim, and so we can use deep water as a barrier for these species, and baby dinosaurs have a countdown to maturity, after which they will grow from infant to adult. If you want the full breakdown of yesterday's stream, check out my video on it. I watched the stream so you don't have to. And if you are as curious for the answers to the questions in this video as I am, subscribe to the channel and I will let you know as soon as there is news on Jurassic World Evolution 3. Question 1. Will there be a sandbox setting that stops babies from growing up? In the stream, they showed that a T-Rex is only a baby for 25 minutes, after which it becomes a full-grown adult. Smaller species presumably grow up even faster than that. A common response to that was, we want them to stay babies longer. While a quicker growth is important for the gameplay loop in the campaign and challenge mode, in Sandbox it would be nice if we'd have a setting that could slow down or even stop the growth of babies so we can enjoy the cuteness without breeding our Rexes like rabbits. Question 2. Will there be a river cruise attraction? Finally. This is an attraction type we've wanted since the first game, and bless modders for making it happen. But now it's Frontier's turn to make it official. In the stream, they teased they'd reveal more on the attractions later, and I'm very much looking forward to that. I think there is a high probability we will get a river-based tour, since Frontier really shows they take community feedback to heart, and we've been beating this drum since 2018. Plus, the information on the website certainly hints at it too. Hopefully, something they will show off in the next Unlocked stream. Question 3. Will some lagoon creatures be compatible with the new deep water? Jurassic World Evolution 3 introduces a new water brush, a deep water brush, with which we can create deep lakes and rivers in our dinosaur habitats. Semi-aquatics will swim in that water. Nothosaurus and Archelon, if they make it from Jurassic World Evolution 2 to Jurassic World Evolution 3, would be interesting candidates to not just be placeable in the lagoons, but also in a regular land habitat with deep water. Especially Nothosaurus would be a good species to give more walkable terrain than the lagoon rock platforms. I certainly don't think all aquatics will or should be placeable in the deep water, but a couple of species would be suitable. Question 4. Staying with lagoons. Have there been any improvements to the lagoons? And the aviaries for that matter. We've seen several of them, and they appear to be constructed the same way we do in Jurassic World Evolution 2, with circular nodes snapping together to create larger shapes. The modular building allows us to sink rocks and scenery items into the water and the concrete borders, and that helps, but especially the lagoons could use more options. For example, being able to use the terrain tools in the lagoons to vary the depth of the water. Or implementing the feature from Planet Coaster 2 allowing us to change the color of the water, so we can create some murky green colored lagoons rather than always the pristine blue water lagoons. Question 5 is a big one for me. Will there be guest bridges and elevated walkways? We've seen a Japanese bridge pop up in the trailer and a screenshot, but these are decorative. What the game needs is bridges and walkways our guests can use to cross rivers and create overlooks into our dinosaur habitats. This would mean either an overhaul of the path system to be more similar to how it works in Frontier's series of Planet games, or something similar to how guests interact with placeable objects in Prehistoric Kingdom, where guests recognize our custom bridges and walkways as usable path. For me, this is the biggest want that we have had no confirmation on yet. I'm keeping my eyes open and feelers out for answers to all questions in this video, but this is the most important one to me. Let me know in a comment down below which question you most need answered. Some might consider all these questions, wants, and wishes to be whining and asking too much, but we all just want the game to be the best it can possibly be, and to make that happen, we should let Frontier know what we want. It's clear Frontier really does listen to the community, and beyond hoping that they listen and implement these things, I just hope that they'll listen to our questions and work the answers into the marketing. Even if the answer is no, it's good for people to know before committing to a purchase. Question 6. Will all foliage brushes be available on all maps? We see quite a few different tree brushes in this screenshot, and there's more biomes below, but no confirmation yet if all tree brushes are available on all maps. Of course, we can use the scenery trees across all maps, but it would save us a lot of work and a lot of pieces if we just have the cactus brush in Japan and the tropical brush in Biosin Valley, for example. Question 7, similarly, will we have all terrain paints available on all maps, so we can turn our aviaries into snowy biomes even in the desert map of Nevada? Next question, and one I've seen a lot in response to yesterday's stream: will everything be unlocked in Sandbox from the start? Jurassic World Evolution 2 made us grind through the campaign, challenge mode, and chaos theories to unlock all dinosaurs for use in Sandbox, only for Frontier to make everything unlocked in a free update a few months later. A lot of people don't want to play through the game modes, they just want to build. So hopefully the option to skip the campaign and challenge mode will be in the game at launch, not something they make us wait for or work for. Question number 9 is probably the question I see most in the comment section. Will sauropods and hadrosaurs finally fight back when attacked? It was pretty lame when the club-tailed Ankylodocus came back into Jurassic World Evolution 2 after a long absence, and it still didn't use that club to fight back and just stood by lamely as it was attacked. And the same goes for all sauropods. These massive beasts should be able to put up a fight. And that goes for our hadrosaurs as well. They deserve to be more than helpless dinosaur fodder. Really, the overarching question here is, have they overhauled, updated, improved the combat system? Question 10. Which dinosaurs can't breed? Jurassic World Evolution 3 will launch with 82 species, but life finds a way for only 75 of them. That means 7 species are excluded from the breeding mechanic and apparently won't have baby variants. Which species are these? My guess is a combination of the smallest critters and the hybrids, but a lot of people specifically want to see a baby Indominus and a baby Indoraptor. So I'm very curious to know which 7 species can't breed. The next 5 questions we're gonna do in a speed round, because I have videos dedicated to these, speculating about them more in depth, and I will link them in the corner for you to check out. So question 11, which new species are coming to the game? We know Guanlong and Protoceratops are new in the Deluxe Edition, but which new species are in the base game? And follow-up question, are some of those new species possibly more non-dinosaurs, like Cenozoic species and big crocs? And of course, importantly, which Jurassic World Evolution 2 species are returning at launch? Are feathered fan favorites like Utahraptor, Utyrannus, and Dinocyrus safe? And question 14, what about Jurassic World Rebirth species and content? Is that going to be revealed to be part of the base game, or is that content they are saving for a DLC? And the final question is definitely an important one they need to answer before launch, and that is how the missing Jurassic World Evolution 2 species will get re-added, or if they will get re-added to begin with. At launch, we're losing over 40 species from Jurassic World Evolution 2, and it remains uncertain whether they will come back at all, and if so, if they will be for free, paid content, or a mix of both. Even though this is relevant for after launch, because we're talking about DLC and free updates, I think people should know upfront what the plan is before launch. If most of the species come back for free, then I'm sure a lot more people would feel comfortable buying the game at launch, knowing that their favorite species are gonna get re-added without extra costs. If most or all species are going to be resold, people deserve to know ahead of time, as this may influence their decision to get the game. To have these questions answered ASAP, subscribe to the channel, I will keep you up to date. And if you like speculating about some of these, check out the videos linked at the end here. Clicking through also really helps the channel, so I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time, stay tuned for more news.